everyone, Ultimate Steve here. Welcome back to Kerbal's Lasergram Hardcore Episode 5, probably. I still haven't done editing that. The first episode really had a lot of good positive feedback, and I'm kind of blown away at how many people watched that. It's like something like 400 views now, so thank you all so much for watching this series. Anyway, so this is the ship that we're going to go to Gilly with, and rather than waste time talking, let's just launch it, and hopefully nothing explodes. We've got basically a pretty standard launch vehicle, and up here we've got the little satellite we're going to eject to satisfy that contract. I have set the decoupler force to like 0, so it shouldn't bump around, but if we need to bump it around, we can probably bump it around with EVA. And it has a mystery goo, it has a thermometer, and it's got antenna, it can generate power. Okay, so basically once we detach it from this ship, it should be fine, and we should get enough money to do things. I got distracted, and now we're going a little bit off course, but that's fine. We're gonna go to booster separation. There we go. I'm very glad that the game's frozen. Yay! Okay, there we are. It's fine. So I really need to remember to put Separatrons. I don't even think I have Separatrons unlocked, so never mind. Once I unlock Separatrons, those on everything, because that could have easily crushed my core stage there. Okay, so I have not warped to a transfer window yet. I'm going to need to do that. But we got plenty of fuel, plenty of Delta V, as long as I don't like severely mess the transfer and like, or as long as I don't severely mess anything up, which I'm getting pretty good grades in orbital mechanics right now, so I should be. If I mess anything up, that's a little bit of that's on my record of not being good. I don't know what I'm words. What's weird about words? Also, I want to say that like after actually doing YouTube for a while, I have a lot more respect for like YouTuber as an occupation, because it is really hard to like talk entertainingly about stuff when nobody's in the room for like 30 minutes straight and not have a whole bunch of awkward gaps I need to edit out or fast forward through like I always do, like this one. And we perfectly timed stage burnout to be in a mostly circular orbit. That was totally planned and wasn't just a complete coincidence. Okay, so now we're in orbit, and let's see. Transfer window time. Okay, so we have a maneuver. I forgot that we didn't really have maneuver planning unlocked yet. Either that or I can't see it. Because I think that might be a mission control upgrade that we have to purchase now. I don't know how that works yet. But we've got good transfer burn. We'll have to do a mid-course correction, but when do you not have to do a mid-course correction? And here we go. And it's just pretty standard. The transfer window is 10 million a year because we just barely missed this one, but I was able to get an encounter, which we are going a bit late, but it's not that much extra fuel. I don't want to time warp 2 years. Okay, so I've set up a course correction maneuver, which will decrease our periapsis and put the ascending or descending nodes at the line of, more or less on the line of apsides, so we can easily correct the inclination at apoapsis. Because if you didn't know, it is far easier to correct your inclination when you are going slower, when you are at the top of your orbit. So if you can manipulate your trajectory to have the places where you need to do the inclination changes at your apoapsis and periapsis, you can perform the burn at the apoapsis and save a ton of fuel that way. That's why I go to Moho such a weird way. I wait for the inclination to line up and don't actually pay attention to like the actual transfer windows. I perform it like a regular rendezvous. Which ideally you do wait for both of those to line up, but you can't have everything. So you can't have everything all the time. How are we doing there? 102 kilometers. Nice. Now we just gotta get to Eve. And there we go. Successfully in orbit around Eve. Now, it's a very, very long period orbit, but that's fine. Because, like, we have all the time in the world here. There's no time pressure on these missions whatsoever. So we just need to get up here to where we're going really slowly, fix our orbit. Actually, no, hold on. I'm going to try and do a combined maneuver to get another one of my aptes right in the right spot. Alright, we are coming up on our encounter with Gilly. So this will be our first interplanetary, well, landing, well, yes, it's technically interplanetary because we went to another planet, but we didn't actually go all the way to another planet. We just went around another planet to its moon, but I'm going to call that interplanetary. There we are. So that's the orbit we need to put the satellite into. And it needs to go that way. So what's the best way to do this? So it needs to go... Well, it's mirrored for you, so it's this way for you. I'm just visualizing. We're going to need to go that way, so we're going to adjust our trajectory this way-ish. Actually, no, hold on. It'll be far cheaper to do it once we're slowed down properly, so let's just get into a normal orbit before worrying about that. Because Gilly is a baby. It's a potato. The best potato, but still a potato. Hey, it's Gilly! Wow, it looks so big now that we're here. I mean, I suppose... I mean, yeah, I know, it's just the distance between small and far away. But still, it's just, wow, big potato. And there, we are orbiting. There's our nodes. So we'll do some fancy maneuvering. We want to go east-ish, I want to think. Yeah, east and south. East and south. Yeah. And also down. Retrograde now, because I lost which way I was pointing. Because it's not exactly a trivial maneuver. There, okay, so we've done the orbit, so now we just need to eject the satellite. Which, I'm actually going to use this mystery gear just in case I want another one. I'm going to collect the data. And please work, because if it doesn't, well, we're broke. Okay, we've ejected the satellite. I'm going to switch to it, and yeah, there we are. Position the satellite in a colony orbit around Gilly. We've successfully deployed our satellite. That's almost 300,000 funds right there. So I'm going to do a quick save. I'm going to see if that's enough to upgrade R&D. If not, I'll just accept something random. And there we are. We have enough money to upgrade R&D. Let's go. Okay, so we are about to land on Gilly for the very first time, and I'm going to admit to you, I kind of forgot I was in hardcore mode for a second. like at the beginning I had all this pressure to see, and now it's. And granted, Gilly is like the chillest place in the entire solar system, but I don't think I've been taking this mission very seriously. So I'm going to try and remedy that by just focusing really hard during this landing. What's that? Is that one of the new service features we can pick up? I'll go over there and do it. Also, I think because I use the satellite's mystery goo, I have enough mystery goo for every single biome here. So I think I am going to biome hop on this mission. Fairly extensive. Well, it'll just be the 3 biomes. And I'll go to whatever. Yeah, I'll go to all the biomes is what I'm saying. And any second now we're going to... There, we have landed on Gilly for the very first time. Hopefully the last time, but the thing is, I just realized it's going to be a pain to like keep the surface sample and the rest of the science separate. So I may have to like include a special container for that on my next missions, because like if you collect, you can't like easily separate out one science experiment. So if I accidentally mix them in, I'm either going to have to forfeit all the science from that mission for the sake of keeping the surface sample, or I'm going to have to do another mission to grab the surface sample again. Anyway, I will now boldly glitch out and face plant into my capsule and fall backwards onto the surface. And fall. Okay, alright, I will jetpack, and I will forcibly propel myself down onto the surface of Gilly. So I don't, like, yeah, there we are. One small step for me, one giant leap for me. And, what's a landing without a flag? And here we are. First landing on Gilly.